Boom! Welcome to the motherfucking Sebs show. You already know what it is. UFC Stockholm, Fight Night, Gustafsson versus Teixeira. We're about to get these picks off. Yeah, let's start with the exclusive Fight Pass prelims. Okay. So I'm waiting for my lines to come out on Pinnacle right now. They're out on Bet 365. They're out almost everywhere except fucking Pinnacle. So I haven't been able to bet yet, but I'll tell you guys who I'm planning to bet who. And the first one is actually the first fight, Marcin Held versus Demir Hadzovic. Pretty high on Marcin Held. Been high on him since his UFC debut. Everybody, no, his UFC debut. Against Diego Sanchez. I actually took Sanchez in that one just because I thought that was a bad matchup for him overall. Definitely got robbed against Joe Lozon, 150%. I thought he took all 3 rounds. I don't even know how he got a 29-28. I could see maybe 1 round to Lozon, I guess, if you're trying to be super nice right there. But no way Lozon wins that fight. So Marcin Held, I think, won the last fight. But officially he's 0-2 in the UFC, so his back's up against the wall in this fight against Demir Hadzovic. You can see they didn't even try putting him on main card or prelims or anything. He's just a Fight Pass right now, and both Fight Pass fights are fucking what I'm really looking at. But for the first pick, I'm going Marcin Held. We'll have him parlayed with somebody later in the card. But for sure Marcin Held, I see him taking this fight to the ground whenever he wants. I see his stand-up being if not as good as Demir's, better. His stand-up looked real good against Joe Lozon. But I see him taking this to the floor and just really manhandling Demir this whole fight. I'm gonna have probably 3.5 units on Marcin Held parlayed with somebody later in the card, and that somebody later in the card is our next fight, who I'm very confident in. My most confident pick in the whole fight is Darren Till versus Jason Ayari. Darren Till. I will have him parlayed with Darren Till, 3.5 units. I have Darren Till parlayed with a couple other things in this event overall. I'm very, very high on Darren Till. I think his Muay Thai is amazing. I thought he actually won against Nicholas Dalby, the fight he has a draw against. I thought we watched that one. I thought he won at least 2 rounds, if not even all 3. But I thought he won at least 2 rounds. He's a special striker, Darren Till. You can see against Wendell Oliveira. His Muay Thai is just his Muay Thai is something special, man. He's real good at striking, and Ayari's specialty is pretty much Muay Thai, and Darren Till is just levels above Jesse Ayari. So I see there's no way Darren Till loses this fight, actually. Well, there's always a way, but I think it's highly unlikely. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is, I think he's a black belt as well, so he can literally beat Ayari wherever he wants. He can take this to the floor and take him to the floor and submit him. But I think he's gonna really piece him up in the first round. I see him even knocking him out in the first round. So I'm gonna have him in decision, inside the distance. Sorry, not in decision, inside the distance. Darren Till, probably 2 units on that. And then I have him parlayed with Marcin for 3.5 units, and then I'm gonna have him parlayed with somebody else later in the card for 4 units, actually. So a lot of money riding on Darren Till right now. But I'm very, very high and very confident on Darren Till. I think he gets the job done, and I think he gets it done real quick. Next, we go to our prelims. Didn't do a whole lot of tape study on our next fight, Musoke versus Bojan Velickovic. Bojan, I'm pretty sure, he fought Sultan I can never say his name. Sultan Aliyev, his last fight. I went all 3 rounds, I'm pretty sure. he lost split decision, if I do remember, Boyan. Nothing I saw too special about him. And Nico Musoke, this is, I believe, his UFC debut. He's from Sweden. Didn't do a whole lot of tape study, guys, honestly, on this one, so I'm just gonna go with Musoke. Not confident at all. Don't really. I'm not betting this fight or anything, so feel free to disagree with me. But I like. I did a little bit. I did watch a little bit, obviously, on Boyan and Nico. Or I probably didn't even watch anything on Nico. Watched just that elite fight of Boyan, and I just didn't like what I saw. I think Nico, being in Sweden, will get this victory. Our next fight is Reza Madadi versus Joaquim Neto BJJ Silva. This is who I have parlayed for 4 units, or who I'm going to have parlayed for 4 units with Darren Till. I'm very high on Neto BJJ. This originally was Mairbek Tasimov versus Neto BJJ. I was probably going to take Tasimov. Didn't think it was the best matchup for Neto, but I think this is an amazing matchup for Neto. I think he has the advantage on the floor. Not only obviously on the floor does he have the advantage, I'm thinking, but stand up, it looks like Madadi's ready to engage, and I'm ready to test that fucking chin of Madadi. Got cracked real nice a couple times against Joe Duffy. Joe Duffy put on a real fucking gorgeous performance against Madadi. Just a real technical. Duffy's something special though. He's a real technical striker, guys. He's fucking awesome. But Joaquim throws with fucking heavy hands. As you saw against Andrew Holbrook, he knocked him the fuck out. Caught his leg, took him down, dropped him. Also dropped fucking Malagari. Yeah, that's who he dropped. So, but I'm pretty high in Joaquim Silva. Another one, I'm very, very confident in him in this card. I think he does drop Reza Madadi. I say TKO in the second round. Yeah. Our next fight, Trevor Hot Sauce Smith versus Chris Camozzi. And I think this is whoever loses gets cut, and I think Chris Camozzi wins this. Both guys back-to-back losses, not looking good. I say Chris Camozzi wins though. And not much. I'm not going deep into this fight, guys. Trevor Smith has lost against Andrew Sanchez. Andrew Sanchez has been looking good. Before that, against Gigliotti, did he win that fight? I'm not too sure. Let's check that quick. Yeah, he won that fight against Gigliotti, but he lost against Andrew Sanchez. Camozzi lost against Daniel Judo Kelly, Tal Slatis. He got tapped out, so man, I didn't want to go deep into that fight. I already got deeper than I wanted. Chris Camozzi, guys, by decision. Next fight, pretty confident on this one as well, man. Pedro, the Young Punisher Munhoz versus Damian Webster Stasiak. I see Damian having nothing for Pedro stand-up wise, and as soon as he wants to take this to the floor, I think Pedro's going to sink in that guillotine and choke him out. I think Damian gasses very, very quickly after the first round. It looks like he puts a lot of energy in those takedowns through the first round and tries to try and get a finish through the first round. If he doesn't, he gets super gassed out. He was getting lit up by Davey Grant before he got that armbar. Pedro Munhoz, on the other hand, what I saw him getting lit, he was getting lit up a little bit by Russell Doan, but man, it shows you the poise, how he overcame adversity, sunk in that beautiful guillotine, and then against Scoggins, just a gorgeous guillotine too. But I think the Russell Doan one was a little bit nicer. Either way, I'm going with Pedro Munhoz here. We'll have him parlayed with probably somebody later in the card as well, on the main card. Or Who do I? Yeah, yeah. So I have Pedro Munhoz gonna be parlayed with somebody later, or two guys later on the main card. But we got next up Jack Hermansson versus Alex Nicholson. And I'll go with Pedro Munhoz. We'll go 30-27 decision, but for Pedro Munhoz. Jack Hermansson versus Alex Nicholson. Sorry guys, I'm thinking of the last fight. I can actually see a fucking finish with Pedro Munhoz. That's why I'm double thinking that. But Stasiak is good on the ground, so we'll stay with the 30-27 decision. But don't be surprised if you see Stasiak super gassed by the third and him sinking a guillotine, Pedro Munhoz. That guillotine is very dangerous. So Jack Hermansson versus Alex Nicholson. Alex Nicholson was getting lit the fuck up against Devin Clark, then got pieced the fuck up against Sam Alvey. I think this guy's a jobber, man. I don't think he's the best fighter. He has no ground game whatsoever. I think Jack Hermansson pieces him up standing up. Even if it hits the floor, it's fucking Jack Hermansson's world. He doesn't go for takedowns. But he will do a little bit of work against the cage. He likes to cage fight a little bit there, like cage wrestle. And he likes to work in the clinch against on the cage a little bit, Jack Hermansson. Former Cage Warriors middleweight champ. I give the experience, obviously, Jack Hermansson. He's had like double the fights. He's 14-3, you know. Nicholson 7-3. And he's the hometown boy. You gotta go with the hometown boy here in Sweden, Jack Hermansson. So I got Jack Hermansson 30-27 decision against Alex Nicholson. Next up, I got Nordin Taleb. That is the other part of the parlay with Pedro Munhoz, and then we have one more guy. So Nordin Taleb versus Oliver Enkamp. This was originally Emil Meek Weber, whatever his name is, versus Nordin Taleb. Still like Taleb's in that fight too, but at versus Enkamp, from what I've seen, Enkamp is a smaller welterweight. I think he fought at lightweight before, but Nordin Taleb's just a super technical striker, guys. Just trains out of TriStar with St. Pierre, Rory McDonald, you know, the fucking greats, guys. All those guys that are that come with that super technical jab and like pretty much Muay Thai background from Faraz. Like who his striking. I'm just trying to get like who his striking's most like. I say Tarek Safadine. I'm just thinking he super like, you know, like a very slow, methodical pace striker, but like man, he very good at that counter attacking and counter striking. And I like Nordin Taleb here. He's a heavy favorite for a reason. He opened up at about like minus 350 or minus 375 or something. This guy's had like minus 500 or something, minus 600. I do like Taleb here though, guys. I think he pieces him up and goes for 30-27, if not a 30-26 decision here, man. I really like him. And then I have Abdul Razak Alhassan versus Omari Akhmedov. He will be the third man in the parlay with Taleb and Munhoz. Abdul Razak Alhassan. I think he'll knock Akhmedov out in the first round, if not the second. Akhmedov gasses the fuck out right after the first round. That's all you have to really worry about. I'm gonna go with the more younger, the more athletic guy here. The chin that, you know, he seven first round knockouts. That's all I need to see, man. You know, he's big for the weight class too. Omari doesn't have like the longest reach. I think he has. Oh, yeah, actually has the same reach. Oh, he's a little bit smaller than Omari, huh? I thought he was a bigger guy from what I saw, but. Nevertheless, I'm going with Abdul Razak Alhassan. I think he's just a physical specimen, man. That guy's a fucking monster. I think we're going to look at another first round finish here for Abdul Razak Alhassan. So he will be in my parlay for probably 2.5 units with Taleb and Munhoz. Next up, we got Peter Sobotta versus Ben Saunders. Quick on Peter Sobotta. He just beat Nicholas Dalby in his hometown of Germany. I think he's German, or he fights out of Germany. He's Polish. But he's fighting my boy Killer B here. I'm a big Ben Saunders fan. I think Ben Saunders has a wicked guard. Obviously comes from that 10th Planet system with Eddie Bravo. I'm a big Eddie Bravo fan. Very, very dangerous off his back. Sorry, I was just trying to find something on my phone. Very dangerous off his back, Ben Saunders. Just fought Court McGee, beat Court McGee in I think a split decision. Before that was Cote. Man, I'm probably not gonna bet this fight, but going with Ben Saunders here. I think he gets the job done. Probably second round submission. I'll go with. My boy here's the only one in UFC history with an omoplata. Had to search it up. That's what I was searching up, guys. Sorry, needed to make sure. But he's the only person in UFC history with an omoplata. So he's a fucking animal on the floor. Comes from the 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu system. He's good. Real nice Muay Thai striker. Stand up. I think he'll piece up Sobotta once it hits the floor. He has a stupid fucking guard. He'll slap something on a triangle, an omoplata, whatever it may be, but he will slap something on Sobotta, and Sobotta will go to sleep. If not, this will be another 30-27 decision for Ben Saunders. Okay, going to our co-main event now. Volkan Oezdemir versus Misha Cirkunov. Originally, when this line came out, I knew it was inflated a little bit. I know Volkan shouldn't be where he is, number 5 overall, but he's number 5 overall. And Misha, fucking, he's from. I gotta rep the homie. He's from Mississauga, Ontario. That's where I'm from. So and I've seen him fight live. I watched him tap Krylov out live, or not tap Krylov out. Yeah, he did tap Krylov out. But he fucking dropped him with a left hand before he threw on that guillotine, I'm pretty sure. And, man, I'm pretty high on Misha Cirkunov. It's just the number, I think, is just a little bit too inflated. If it was maybe minus 300, I'd take a little stab or throw him on a parlay. I might still throw him on a parlay, but I just think the line's a little bit too inflated. I think he beats the fuck out of Volkan, though, guys. I think he owns him over the 3 rounds, and there's endless possibilities for Misha to win this fight. Volkan can only knock out Misha. He wants nothing to do with him on the floor. He's a good kickboxer, but I think Misha just pieces him up, standing up, drops him. If he doesn't drop him, he fucking, as soon as it hits the floor, it's game over, sinks in a guillotine, and it's donezo there. So I'll go with guillotine or rear naked choke, actually, round 2 for Misha Cirkunov. Which leads us to the main event. Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson versus Glover Teixeira. And I'm still fucking deciding if I want to take a stab on on Teixeira here, guys. He's a plus 260 right now, but I don't see him winning this fight. Alexander's at home. It hasn't looked like Alexander's really wanted it as bad as he's before. Like, I think after that John Jones fight changed him, and then the Cormier fight changed him a little bit more. When he noticed. It was like, fuck, like, this is what it takes to even be here, and then to beat these guys, it's going to take a little bit more, and he can't beat the 2 top guys, so I think, I don't know, I heard stuff before he wanted to retire and stuff, and whenever you're thinking about retiring, it's not the fucking best thing. So, he's coming off that war. He got knocked the fuck out by Anthony Johnson. Or, sorry, yeah, he got knocked the fuck out by Anthony Johnson. And then he fought Cormier. And then he fought Jan Blachowicz. That's who I'm thinking of. That was his last fight, guys. Jan Blachowicz. Went all 3 rounds with him, too. I thought he would have finished Jan. Didn't finish Jan. He just pieced him up on the floor, but Jan Blachowicz can't stop a fucking takedown. He has a terrible ground game. So, obviously, I saw that pathway to victory. Jan was hitting with some shots up front. Standing up there up front with this nasty Muay Thai, but this Gustafsson's always had a fucking chin on him too. And Jan was hitting with pretty hard shots, man, coming with nasty heavy head kicks and everything. The only way I see Glover winning this, I see him maybe on points if he gets a bunch of takedowns. But Gustafsson's wrestling's fucking stupid. He took down Cormier a couple times. And I don't see maybe if he gets within range, but his reach is stupid, Gustafsson's, you know, like it's gonna be hard for him. I think Glover to close the distance. I don't think he'll be fast enough to close the distance and then land a heavy shot that's gonna drop Gustafsson. He might, but for the price Gustafsson's going at right now, I'm not willing to like make a huge play on him. Might put him on a small like 0.5 parlay, 0.5 unit parlay, or I might take a stab at Glover, but I'm not really even feeling that Glover stab. I'd rather take the Gustafsson's small unit parlay stab. But yeah, I'm going with Gustafsson overall, man. I just don't know if he finishes him or not. We'll go with fourth round TKO for Alexander Gustafsson. And there you have it, guys. There's all the picks. Let's go over that again. We got Gustafsson, Misha. We got Ben Saunders, Abdul Razak Alhassan. He's parlayed with Taleb and Pedro Munhoz. We got Jack Hermansson. We think he's going to win. Chris Camozzi, not super confident on that, but he might do his thing. Pretty confident on that till BJJ. I have him parlayed with, or I'm going to have him parlayed with Darren Till. Boyan versus Musoke. I don't even fucking remember who I picked. I think I took Musoke. I took Musoke. So I'm not touching that for sure. And then very, very, very confident on Darren Till. And very confident on Marcin Held. So there you have, I have them both parlayed together, and I have Darren Till parlayed with Neto as well. So there you have it, guys. There's all my fight picks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Talk fights with me on Twitter at the Sebs Show. Quick shout outs to all my boys as usual on Twitter. We got my boy Rockstar Z, Kyle. You already know what it is. He's a fucking killer. For $20 you can get his plays for this upcoming card, and he has some banging picks for you guys if you want to win some fucking money. We also got a shout out UFC Bro Picks, Justin and Ricky, my fucking boys. They're still killing the game, you already know. And MMA Kelton, Half the Battle with Dan Levy. All the boys, you already know what it is. You guys have to follow all of them. So shout out to all the mans right there. You already know what it is. You guys already know. My boy Will Martin too. You already know. And the MMA Genius is back too. And quick shout out to the fucking Brendan Schaub, bro. Brendan Schaub is the fucking man, bro. He's I did a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament a while ago, and Brendan Schaub pretty much responded to me on Instagram, a DM. He's the man, guys. So yeah, I had to shout him out quick just because I saw he did the Big Brown Breakdown. The Big Brown Breakdown. But yeah, shout out to all the fucking mans. That was a huge long fucking shout out right there. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope everybody does well. Hope my picks helped you guys. And let's fucking cash out, guys. Let's fucking hit this like we hit. I hit, before I forget, I just hit 8.43 units plus 8.43 units on our last event. So I did fucking well, guys, on our last event there on UFC 211. We had Maya and Canelo. We had Stipe and Canelo. We hit a parlay with a 5-leg parlay. Man, we did good. Got fucked up with Yair. He got fucked up. And Jessica Andrade, she got fucked up. But other than that, fucking, we had a good night there. 8.43 units. Looking to do the same here. Let's try and get a nice double-digit profit this time around. And yeah, cheers to everyone, man. Let's get this. Later, everyone. The fucking Sebs show. Let's cash these bets, baby.